Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Today I am reviewing the latest fragrance to come from the house of Zoologist. Huge fan of this line. If you've watched any of my reviews before of their fragrances, you will know that I'm kind of like a fangirl about this brand. So this is the latest one, Elephant. It only came out on Saturday, just gone. September the something, 2016, 17. What year am I in? Always really appreciative that I get to, try them out quite quickly. So thank you, Victor. I always have to say thank you to you because you allow me to try these fragrances out sometimes before they come out. So I was really excited when I heard they were releasing Elephant. I love elephants. I love my travels to India. It reminds me of elephants, Thailand, all of that kind of stuff. I love the gentle giant beast. I always say, how can something so big be so cute? But they managed to do it. I don't know what it is. Have you ever looked into an elephant's eyes before? If you haven't, put it on your bucket list because it's truly something. I mean, you can just see right into their giant brain. So as always with Zoologist, I'm going to read out the description because they are great at painting a picture. Everything they always do takes from nature. It takes from the environments these animals live in, the things they eat, sometimes what they're made of. I'm thinking of rhinoceros with the leather, and I'm thinking of, oh no, rhinoceroses aren't made from leather, but you know what I mean. And castoreum, which had the beaveriness going on. Yeah, I'm getting too excited. Regroup. So the perfumer behind this is Chris Bartlett. He also made Beaver for this brand. He made both versions of Beaver, the reformulation and the original, which I absolutely love both of them. But anyway, we're talking about the Heffalump today. So it says, huge trees quake at their approach, vulnerable leaves shuddering as the ground rumbles under heavy footsteps. They come with appetites as massive as their lumbering bodies. Nothing is spared. So things are scared as well. Nothing is spared from their bottomless hunger. Trees stripped bare, roots upturned, even the tiniest blooms cannot escape their grasp. When the behemoth moves on, they leave behind a path of destruction. Yet what often looks like carnage is actually a renaissance. How beautiful is that? I just have a really, really vivid memory when we saw elephants in Thailand and one of them saw a tiny snake on the floor and it literally went brrr! The elephants fulfill a vital role, purging the delicate ecosystem, allowing new life to flourish. So these are the notes, and I always love the note pyramids of Zoologist fragrances because they're always a little bit wacky, wonderful, natural. They just encompass a lot of stuff and you know you're going to get something unique when you smell it. So the top notes are tree leaves, Darjeeling tea and magnolia. The heart notes are cocoa, coconut, milk, incense, jasmine and woody notes. And the base notes are amber, musks, patchouli and sandalwood. So I've almost used 5 mils of this. It's really, really great and I absolutely love it's just, yeah. So this opens, as you would imagine with a Zoologist fragrance, very, very all over the place in terms of how much you want to discover it. I want to smell, my nose goes all over the place when I smell it and I really, really love that. But if I had to pinpoint it, I would say that it smells green and brown at the same time, if I had to put it in colours. So you've got a green freshness from tea, but then you've also got, off in the distance, but also quite apparent at the same time, a brownness. I can feel sandalwood already. I can feel a brown, almost dustiness underneath this fragrance, and it's really, really unusual. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from the brand, but it feels really, really strange. So there's this kind of strange milkiness that goes on, and I need to mention first off the most prominent note that jumps out on my skin for pretty much most of the fragrance wear length right until the end, and that's coconut. Now don't let that put you off because this is Zoologist we're talking about. This isn't a cheapy suntan lotion-y type of coconut that you can smell. It is really prominent on me though. What it feels like is more of a kind of coconut meat or almost, I want to say, husk. The husk of the coconut. Like I said, there's a kind of dustiness going on here. And it feels fresh but gentle. So rather than this being the great hulking whack of the beast, I feel like this fragrance takes on the more gentle nature of the elephant. The gentle giant that it is. Oh my god, they're so beautiful. It feels kind of like herbal coconut milk. And that's really weird to say, but right underneath you have a gorgeous buttery sandalwood as well, which is absolutely lovely. again, it just retains that completely naturalistic feeling. It doesn't feel synthetic in any way. It just feels, again, like I say in every single Zoologist review, like a walk in nature. And it's really kind of a treat for the senses. All of their fragrances are. I love that about them. It's so lovely. There's just it's not super sweet. It's more about the fresh green and the husky dusky browns, but there is like a tiny bit of sweetness in there as well, and I don't think it smells overly floral. This is more about, I guess, where the elephant lives. It's more greenery, and it's more, it almost feels like a tiny bit muddy, and I don't mean muddy as in dirty or ugly. I just feel like I can feel the earth in it a little bit, but also not like that where they had the soil tincture. It's not like that, but it feels like there is some kind of earthy, kind of wet, tropical kind of thing going on as well. It's really good. This one has an amazing sillage. I can smell it on myself a lot when I wear it, and that's really great because you'd like to be reminded that you're actually wearing fragrance before you reapply and suffocate people, but it has that typical Zoologist bang opening when you spray it on and you go, whoa! Although it's kind of light green and brown in nature, it's not heavy or dense or thick. There is a kind of light freshness that is retained when you wear this fragrance. It kind of stays in this area for a really long time. This fragrance has really great longevity. I'll add that in. A lot of Zoologist ones do, they really do. And it really takes quite a while for it to get to the dry stages, which is where I see the most significant change. The dry down stages is where it goes kind of darker. The tea freshness goes away, the coconut milky kind of husky meat thing goes away, and in the base it goes a little bit darker. So it goes a little bit more masculine, I think. The sandalwood really shines in the base, and also the patchouli is manageable. It kind of greens and crisps the fragrance a little bit, but the sandalwood really is the star of the show in the base, and it's the underlying story of the entire fragrance, which I find amazing. I feel like when you get to the base, that's where the incense kind of starts to come out a little bit, because it does start to feel a little bit exotic. It starts to feel quite woody and, like I said, a little bit darker in the base, but by that time it's quite close to the skin, so it doesn't project super when it's in the base, but lots of bases don't project anyway, so, you know, that's fine. This is an absolutely wicked addition to the Zoologist line. I can't wait to wear it more. I'm so glad I have enough to, oh, some just came out. Don't waste the precious. Let's put it on more. I get at least upwards of 9 to 10 hours out of this, which is great. And yeah, I really like spraying it again just to get that opening and the really strange juxtaposed green-brown kind of feeling. Anyway guys, that's my review of Elephant by Zoologist. It's the latest one and it's available now, so. Anyway, I'm out from my click my logo down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. Really soon. Goodbye.